The steel floor cracked like thunder as Kira's fist connected with it. Alarms screamed through the tribunal chamber, red emergency lights flooding the space where calm blue holograms had glowed seconds before. 37 alien diplomats scrambled backward, their various appendages, tentacles, wings, chitinous legs, flailing in synchronized panic. Kira straightened up, brushing dust off her jumpsuit. Oops! Vex, the crystalline prosecutor, with a body like carved amethyst, an internal light-pulsing angry purple, pointed one sharp geometric hand at her. His faceted surface refracted the emergency lights into 1,000 angry sparkles. You just destroyed reinforced tritanium flooring with your bare hands. This is a courthouse. In my defense, Kira said, cracking her knuckles, you told me to demonstrate my strength. I demonstrated. Thorne, the massive reptilian judge, slammed his gavel with one clawed hand. His bronze-green scales rippled with agitation. His 3 vertical eyes all narrowed in different directions. The impact sent 2 smaller aliens tumbling off their floating witness spheres. Order! Order! Someone get structural engineering down here before the entire platform collapses. Bryn, Kira's human assistant, covered his face with both hands, mumbling through his fingers. This is fine. Everything's fine. We're definitely not getting executed today. Optimism, Bryn. I like it. Kira stepped off the platform, and it groaned ominously. Everyone in the chamber flinched. Look, if you're going to put Earth on trial for excessive planetary durability, maybe don't ask for live demonstrations in rooms that can't handle it. Xylac, the insectoid witness with a beetle-like shell, the color of old bronze and 12 compound eyes arranged in 2 rows, chittered from her sphere. Her mandibles clicked rapidly. The human species was supposed to be fragile. Category 7 biological fragility. Your own medical records indicate you break bones from minor impacts. Yeah, we do that, Kira shrugged. Keeps us humble. Also makes us heal stronger. It's a whole thing. Vex's internal light flared bright purple. You cannot be both fragile and capable of destroying starship-grade materials. Pick one. That's not how biology works, Sparkles. The crystalline prosecutor's entire body went white-hot with fury. Literal steam rose from his surface. My name is Vex, Prosecutor Vex, not. The defendant will show respect to this court. Thorne's tail whipped across his elevated podium, knocking over a ceremonial water basin. The liquid splashed across 3 nearby aliens, who shrieked and scattered. The judge's scales had shifted to a deep crimson. Anger coloring, Bryn had explained earlier. We are attempting to determine whether Earth poses a systemic threat to galactic infrastructure. So far, the evidence is not looking good for your planet. Counterpoint, Kira said, hopping over the crater she'd made. The movement was casual, but she cleared 8 feet of distance without effort. More alarmed chittering erupted from the gallery. Maybe galactic infrastructure is just kind of flimsy? No offense. Flimsy? Vex's voice cracked, literally. A small fracture appeared on his shoulder that he quickly covered with one hand. The Galactic Council has been building with these materials for 17,000 cycles. The precursor ruins that predate all known civilizations use the same alloys. Nothing breaks them. Except humans, apparently. Kira examined her knuckles, not even bruised. Honestly, I thought that floor would have more give. Want me to try the wall next? No! The word came from approximately 40 different aliens simultaneously in at least 12 different languages, creating a horrifying harmony of panic. Bryn grabbed Kira's arm with both hands, trying to pull her back. He might as well have been tugging on a statue. Kira, please, for the love of... They're going to quarantine our entire planet. Do you want to explain to Earth that we're banned from space travel because you couldn't stop punching things? I punched one thing. Singular. You also bent the security scanner when we came in. That was an accident. And broke the door handle. Also an accident. And crushed the evidence terminal when you leaned on it. Kira paused. Okay, that one was maybe 20% on purpose. It was making a really annoying beep. Thorne's head swiveled to stare at Vex, all 3 eyes focusing on the prosecutor with predatory intensity. The reptilian judge's forked tongue flicked out, tasting the air. She destroyed the evidence terminal, the one containing all the structural stress test data? Vex's purple light dimmed to a sickly pale violet. I may have forgotten to mention that incident in the formal charges. Because without that data, Thorne continued, his voice dropping to a dangerous hiss, we cannot actually prove the humans exceed standard physical parameters. We only have anecdotal evidence. The tribunal chamber went very, very quiet. Even the alarm seemed to dim, as if sensing the shift in cosmic justice occurring. Kira raised her hand like a student. Question, does this mean we win? Absolutely not, Vex spun toward her, his crystalline feet screeching on the damaged floor. We have witness testimony. We have the crater you just created. We have circumstantial evidence and one very stressed-out floor, Kira interrupted. But you don't have the actual scientific data proving humans are abnormally strong, because I accidentally destroyed it, while leaning. Xylac's compound eyes all focused on the prosecutor. Her antennae drooped. She's correct. By Galactic Council regulations, Article 3142, subsection 9, we cannot proceed with infrastructure threat charges without quantified structural analysis data. Bryn's hand slowly lowered from his face. His expression cycled through confusion, hope, and then settled on cautious disbelief. Wait, are you saying? The case is dismissed, Thorne roared, slamming his gavel again. This time the sound echoed with finality rather than frustration. Pending proper evidence collection and analysis, which will take approximately 900 cycles to reschedule. 900 cycles? Vex's voice reached a pitch that made several aliens cover their auditory organs. That's 73 of their Earth years. Should have backed up your data, Sparkles. Kira grinned. The prosecutor turned to her, his entire crystalline body pulsing with rage-purple light. This isn't over, human. We will prove that your species poses a danger to... He stepped forward dramatically. His foot landed directly on the cracked section of floor. The tritanium, already stressed beyond its design limits, gave way with a metallic shriek. Vex dropped straight through, his geometric body wedging perfectly into the hole, leaving just his upper torso and frantically waving arms visible above floor level. The silence that followed was absolute. Help, Vex said quietly, his light now a deeply embarrassed pink. I appear to be stuck. Kira walked over, looked down at the trapped prosecutor, and crossed her arms. Want me to pull you out? Don't you dare touch me with your monster hands. Your loss. She turned to Thorne. We good here? Because I have a shuttle to catch, and honestly, this has been weird enough already. The reptilian judge's scales had faded to a neutral bronze brown. He waved one clawed hand dismissively, looking exhausted. Go. Leave. Please take your terrifying bone density and structural integrity destroying tendencies back to your planet before you accidentally demolish the entire station. Will do. Kira grabbed Bryn's shoulder and steered him toward the exit. Behind them, 4 maintenance drones had arrived and were attempting to extract Vex from the floor using an industrial crane. It wasn't going well. In the corridor outside, emergency red lighting still pulsed along the walls. The hallway was narrow, industrial, all exposed pipes and reinforced panels. Bryn leaned against the wall, then immediately jumped away when it creaked ominously under his weight. That was insane, he whispered. We just got Earth out of a council trial because you accidentally destroyed the evidence. Technically, I destroyed it before the trial started. That doesn't make it better. Made it more efficient, though. Kira paused at a junction where the corridor split 3 ways. A directional hologram flickered above, showing the way to various station sections. Which way to the docking bay? Left. No, wait. Your left or mine? There's no difference, Bryn. We're facing the same direction. Right, yes, obviously. I'm still processing the fact that we're alive and not in prison. They turned left, walking past more damaged walls. Scorch marks and dents suggested the station had seen better days. Or possibly, Kira reflected, other humans had visited before. You know what? The worst part is, Bryn said as they walked. They're right. We do break a lot of stuff. I cracked my phone screen last week just putting it in my pocket. Yeah, but their stuff breaks too. We just break it differently. Their stuff is made of starship-grade alloys, Kira. And our ancestors were made to chase antelope until they died of exhaustion, then eat them. We're persistence predators who learned to build spaceships. We're supposed to be weirdly durable. They reached the docking bay doors, massive slabs of the same tritanium she'd cracked earlier. Bryn approached the control panel carefully, pressing the access button with one finger like it might explode. The doors slid open to reveal their shuttle, a compact Earth vessel that looked positively primitive compared to the sleek alien ships around it. Its hull was scratched, dented, and patched in at least 9 places. But it was theirs, and it had a working engine. "Home sweet home," Kira said, climbing the ramp. "Set course for Earth. We've got a report to file that is going to make absolutely no one happy." Bryn followed, sealing the hatch behind them. "What do we tell them? Mission accomplished, accidentally destroyed evidence, got case dismissed, didn't start an interstellar war? That's pretty much the summary, yeah." The shuttle's interior was cramped but functional. Bryn slid into the pilot's seat while Kira dropped into the co-pilot's chair. The seat groaned under her. She tried to adjust her position. The armrest snapped off in her hand. "Not a word," she said, holding the broken piece. Bryn's lips twitched, fighting a smile.
I wasn't going to say anything.
"Your face is saying plenty." The shuttle's engines hummed to life, vibrating through the frame. Through the view screen, they could see the massive tribunal station, all gleaming metal and holographic displays. Somewhere inside, Vex was probably still stuck in the floor. "You think they'll really try again?" Bryn asked, guiding the shuttle out of the bay. "In 73 years? Kira shrugged, tossing the broken armrest into the recycling chute. "Maybe. Probably. Definitely. But that's a problem for future humans. We've got 7 decades to either reinforce galactic infrastructure or get even stronger out of spite." "I vote infrastructure." "I vote spite." The shuttle cleared the station, stars spreading out before them in an endless field of light. Bryn punched in the coordinates for Earth, and the navigation system chirped acknowledgement. "You know," he said thoughtfully, "we're going to be legends back home. The humans who got Earth out of a council trial by breaking the courthouse. And the evidence. And the prosecutor's dignity." Kira leaned back, lacing her fingers behind her head. The chair creaked again but held. "Could have gone worse. We could have actually been guilty." "We are guilty. You literally punched through the floor." "Allegedly punched through the floor. There were 40 witnesses. Allegedly, 40 witnesses." Bryn laughed, the sound echoing in the small shuttle cabin. Outside, the tribunal station shrank to a distant point of light. Just one more structure in the vast network of galactic civilization. A civilization that was still learning that humans were fragile, durable, and absolutely terrible at not breaking things. But at least they were free to be terrible at not breaking things in their own solar system. For now. The shuttle jumped to FTL, and the stars stretched into lines of light, carrying them home.